Okay, then.
What?
Epstein files. Epstein flight list.
Child, hold on. Let me get my paper here. Child. That's gonna be crazy.
You gonna about to give me a paper cut in the face.
My bad. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that thing was on my eye like this.
Was it? Why you move back there?
Hey.
And you just sat there and let me fan you in the face? Come on, chocolate. Okay.
This is, hold on, let's play the clip and we'll talk about that.
Insane.
You said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk. When can we see them and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have, well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Right. Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah. What you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information. But it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay. Well,
along with his co-defendant.
Absolutely. And he had help. That's for sure.
He sure did.
And it's funny, you remember on that, right there on that interview when we were watching, and that's when somebody was like, I think he had egg. She said, hopefully. I'm hoping that it's guaranteed because I will be glued to the internet tomorrow. Glued to see that this gets released. And immediately, we got to go over that list. Immediately.
Well, she said flight logs, but she didn't say anything about no videos. So
she did, because that's next level. Because I guarantee she got that too.
But you could, of course, they're still going to be, their number one goal is always going to be
to protect the victims.
Right. So, if they're in the video, it's going to be hard to probably, shield them, blur them out. I don't know.
No. They can do that, but they might not have enough time or not have done it yet. But that man has so many tapes and records but they can go in and put blotches over the clips. I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know how they're going to do that. But
the list is going to be released. What happens next? Are there going to be people that's going to be prosecuted, locked up, fired, terminated? I mean, what? Because the list, but what happens after the list is released?
Because you saw that one.
What are they going to do with the information?
When he was like, when they asked, we saw that earlier today. That reclip of that when somebody asked him, hey, what about the Jeffrey Epstein? He was like, I think it's pretty clear. Yeah, what? That you were there and doing
the
pretty nasty stuff?
The evidence is clear, but his advisor was like, don't open your mouth about that. Don't say a word. So, I mean, just the picture alone, to me, the ones that we've all seen is out there, reports, news is all out there, has been dropped of him being in the blue dress in Jeffrey's New York mansion.
In high heels.
So how do you explain that? And then there was one of Bush in a suit, like he was shooting craps.
Yep. Oh, it was something. He was like, it was something.
Yeah, but it was like he was down on the ground. I thought it was dice in front of him. Maybe not dice. I was like, wait a minute, Bush? I mean, but what does that mean?
I want to see the names on this list. I want to compare the names that dropped from the real list versus them names that have been out on the other list. And I want to see what names pop on there. I really believe the common suspects, the Obamas, the Clintons, the Bush, who else? Oprah. These are some common names that keep circulating and showing, that they keep showing on these lists.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. So, once again, my question is, okay, so now you got the names. What does that prove? You got the names. Were they there because he was a financial advisor. He was someone that was big in the financial industry and had clients coming to his house. So how can you discern whether they took a flight to talk about money or they was just at a party, hee ha ha? Are these people on the list with the information that is saying they did some illegal acts.
When them names show, Joy, it's going to bring exposure, light. It's going to bring a rabbit hole down to these people that are named on this list.
Right.
Because you got to think about, remember Sound of Freedom, all this stuff. All this has a network tie.
Right. But once again, okay, so when they release the names, are they going to put dash party, dash island? For we don't know that's all I want to know. I mean, okay, we're gonna have a list, but is it gonna actually show specifically what they did, why they were there, what their affiliation was?
Epstein flight logs, names, and detailed files. What are we gonna see what them detailed files are?
Okay,
because that's the ice on the cake. And
so detailed files may have description of what was going on in the videos, but if they drop them videos, it's over. But I doubt if they do that. I just don't believe they will.
I believe that a lot of this stuff is such tied to such a demonic network. This is insane. And the information that the government probably has that they've seen so far is probably like, oh, we wouldn't believe. So we will be glued tomorrow, because when they drop them names, we're jumping right on this camera, and we're going to go over and we're going to look at this and talk about this.
Yes, we're going to have our disclaimer up too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But there ain't no allegedly no more, boo. Once them names drop, that's
I know, but still. You know how the YouTube is, for informational purposes only.
All right,
great people. Well, what's done in the dark will come to light, and it is time.
It is.
It is time.
Thank you, Lord Jesus, for bringing it to the light.
And for the Trump administration coming in to alleviate, annihilate, dissipate as much as they can corruption. That's what it is. It's just corruption.
Corruption.
Boy, that's the situation right there.
All right, we'll see you on the next one, man.
Love you guys. Subscribe to the channel, like this video. We'll see you on the next one.